BHARATPlusAI has launched a groundbreaking AI-driven mock interview program designed specifically to enhance the interview preparedness of MBA freshers and entrants. The platform provides a realistic interview simulation tailored to participants' dream jobs, offering prompt feedback on communication skills, technical knowledge, and interpersonal abilities. With readily available practice opportunities, individuals can build confidence and sharpen their performance, ensuring they can approach any question with poise. In this video, the features will be explored.
Welcome, Srijit. Thank you for joining this mock HR interview session. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better and understanding your aspirations as an MBA graduate. To begin, could you please tell me about yourself, your academic background, and your career aspirations?
Yes, sure. So, hello, I am Srijata and I am from the city of Joy, Kolkata. I have done my schooling from the brand name of Loreto, and then I did my graduation from Shri Shikshatan College in Accountancy Commerce. And then I pursued MBA from International Management Institute, Kolkata, with currently specialization in HR.
Thank you for sharing that, Srijit. It's great to hear about your academic journey and your specialization in HR. Now, could you please elaborate on your reasons for pursuing an MBA, particularly in human resources? What are your long-term career goals in this field?
Yes, sure. So, the reason for me pursuing an MBA in HR is because I think I have good communication skills and I can understand people really well on a level which is required for an HR to be good in their job. And I also have a way of understanding and dealing with people and getting the work done as a team, as a leader, or as a peer. And my long term career goals in this field would definitely be to be in a position of a CHRO. How many questions will I be answering for this module?
It's clear that you have a strong understanding of the skills required in HR and a clear vision for your career path. Your ambition to become a CHRO is commendable. In this module, you will be answering a total of 10 questions. Let's move on to the next question. Can you share an experience where you worked in a team? What was your role, and how did you contribute to the team's success?
Sure. Let's move on to the next question. So, my internship in HR was with Sabyasachi Calcutta, and I was a part of the HR team. And I took care of the recruitment and selection along with the onboarding of all the new joinees. So, my role was searching and screening CVs, getting interviews scheduled, contacting them, and doing the whole onboarding process, that is from pre-joining to joining day, getting their resources and allocations ready on time, their ITs getting ready on time. And there were a few gaps in the onboarding process, so with a foolproof plan from my end, I had created a more structured onboarding process, which helped streamline the new joiners better.
Thank you for sharing that experience, Srijit. It sounds like you took a proactive approach to improve the onboarding process, which is a crucial aspect of HR. Your ability to identify gaps and implement a structured plan demonstrates strong problem solving skills and initiative. Now, let's move on to the next question. Can you describe a situation where you faced a challenge while working in a team? How did you handle it, and what was the outcome?
So, working in a team definitely comes with its challenges. And while I was working in a team, I faced a challenge of people who were not agreeing to what I wanted. Like, there was a difference in opinion. And for that to be overcome, I put out my solutions, supporting why it should be followed and why it should be implemented. And I also asked the other party to put forward their suggestion and their supporting reasons as to why their method was better and why they should be implemented. After writing down the pros and cons of both the methods, I realized that definitely there were some improvements which could be taken from theirs, and mine can be implemented as well. So we made a collaboration and we came with an outcome.
Thank you for that insightful response, Srijit. It's impressive to see how you navigated a challenging situation by fostering open communication and collaboration. Your approach to addressing differing opinions and finding a middle ground is a valuable skill in any team environment, especially in HR. Now, let's proceed to the next question. Can you discuss a leadership role you have taken on, either in an academic setting or during an internship? What were your key responsibilities, and what did you learn from that experience?
So, I have taken up leadership positions in my school, in my college, and currently in my university as well. I am the coordinator for my strategy and consulting club, and I am the front face of the club, representing the club in different events and situations and in front of the professors. So, uh, there are many responsibilities that I take on, that is, conducting meetings and taking in charge of the different events and aspects that I need to get done, coordinating with the rest of the members, distributing the work, and setting timelines as to when I need it to become complete. And from that experience, I learned that everyone will not be on your uh, side most of the time. You really need to get everyone on board. Sometimes you do need to be harsh, sometimes you need to differ in opinions, and sometimes people might think you are being rude and self-centered, but you have to come out of all of that and get yourself into a position where if you think it is right for you, and as a leader, if you think that's right, you should go ahead with it, because at the end of the day, you are the one who will be responsible for all of the tasks that is given to you.
Thank you for sharing your leadership experience, Srijit. It's evident that you have taken on significant responsibilities as a coordinator for your strategy and consulting club. Your insights about the challenges of leadership, such as managing differing opinions and ensuring team alignment, reflect a mature understanding of what it means to lead effectively. Your willingness to make tough decisions for the greater good of the team is commendable. Now, let's move on to the next question. Can you provide an example of a time when you had to make a difficult decision? What was the situation? What factors did you consider? And what was the outcome?
So the question that you asked me was a difficult situation. It was about taking an onboarding member, a new member in the team. So the problem that we faced was the team was divided. Half of them wanted the member to be on board, while the rest of the team did not want. So as a leader, I had to consider and weigh down the pros and cons, and I saw that the cons had greatly overwhelmed the pros. So taking that member on board would not be beneficial to the club, so I had to put out my leadership roles and take a decision to not take the member. But there were people who were angry at me and did not like my decision, but later on realized that there would be consequences if we would have taken that member. So later on, when the realization had dawned on them, they had taken the consideration of mine and said that I had made a right choice.
Thank you for sharing that experience, Srijit. It's clear that you approached a difficult decision with careful consideration of the team's dynamics and the potential impact on the club. Your ability to weigh the pros and cons and stand by your decision, even in the face of opposition, demonstrates strong leadership qualities and a commitment to the team's success. It's also commendable that you were able to foster understanding among your team members after the fact. Now, let's move on to the next question. How do you handle feedback, both positive and negative? Can you provide an example of a time when you received feedback and how you responded to it?
So I take on feedbacks very well, both positive and negative. Definitely positives make me happy, and I see it as one of the ways is to this is one of my strong points and strength. And when it is a negative feedback, I try to incorporate the mistakes and make it better the next time so that I can learn from my previous mistakes. There was a time during my internship when I did something which was not in the format as required by the company. So definitely I had received a negative feedback on that and how it should be done. So in my next assignment which was assigned to me, I had incorporated all of the feedback and made sure that I did not repeat what I had done previously, and get it done according to them. So definitely I learned from the negative feedbacks.
Thank you for your thoughtful response, Srijit. It's great to see how you view feedback as an opportunity for growth. Your example illustrates your ability to learn from mistakes and adapt your approach, which is a crucial skill in any professional setting. Your proactive attitude towards incorporating feedback into your work is commendable and will serve you well in your career. Now, let's move on to the next question. Can you tell me about a time when you had to work with someone whose personality was very different from yours? How did you manage the relationship, and what did you learn from that experience?
So there was definitely a time during my graduation when I had to work with someone who was very negligent about their work. They used to leave their assignments and projects last minute, which would affect the group projects as well. So it was very difficult to manage the relationship, because when I used to tell them that why can't you do it on time, and that is affecting the rest of the members as well, they used to take it very negatively, which would create a gap between the both of us. But definitely making them understand was a huge task. I told them and made them understand that how it would affect them, because once I told them to get it done on time, and they did achieve better results, but doing it last minute definitely brought down the marks. So definitely making people understand as to what one should do versus what versus how one is affected by the late procrastination that they do is very different, and you will definitely get the results once you learn from your mistakes. So from that experience, what I learned was you have to deal with people who are not on board with you, definitely, and it is your duty and responsibility to get them understand how things are affecting them as well as others.
Thank you for sharing that experience, Srijit. It's clear that you approached the situation with empathy and a focus on constructive communication. Your ability to help your teammate understand the impact of their actions on the group demonstrates strong interpersonal skills and a commitment to teamwork. It's commendable that you were able to turn a challenging relationship into a learning opportunity for both of you. Now, let's move on to the next question. Can you discuss your understanding of our company's culture and values? How do you see yourself aligning with them?
So the company that I work for and the organization that I am a part of, that is the my MBA institute, focuses mainly on the agility and the humanness and how we communicate with people along with critical thinking. And I think I have all of those because I'm very quick to think about a solution for a problem that is at hand. I am very agile, I adapt quickly, and I am open to changes. I try to learn as quickly as possible so that nothing is taken away from me at the moment. And if it's not something which is not in my forte, I can look forward to that and get on board with it as soon as possible.
Thank you for your response, Srijit. It's great to hear how you resonate with the values of agility, communication, and critical thinking. Your emphasis on adaptability and a willingness to learn aligns well with a dynamic work environment. This mindset is essential for contributing positively to a company's culture and for personal growth within the organization. Now, let's move on to the next question. What do you consider to be your greatest strength, and how do you believe it will benefit you in your career? Additionally, can you identify an area where you feel you could improve?
Sure. My strength would definitely be the smallest attention to details, and I feel like that really makes a difference in projects that I've been doing versus projects done by others, because the minute attention to details brings out a more in depth analysis of what you were doing. It shows that your understanding is much better than what others can do and what they can think of. So, putting minute attention to details is very essential and required for an MBA, especially a person in HR, because you have to look into the nitty gritty of everything in the smallest of details and give it maximum attention. And additionally, I think I can improve on taking the term of being a perfectionist, because I believe you can not satisfy a person completely most of the time. So, being a perfectionist to yourself will not be sufficient, but you need to be a perfectionist to the world. And the way you do your stuff, you just have to keep doing it. There will be criticisms. You can take that and incorporate the changes, but your work will not be perfect as you want them to be.
Thank you for your candid response, Srijit. Your strength in paying attention to detail is indeed a valuable asset, especially in HR, where precision can significantly impact processes and outcomes. It's great to see how you recognize the importance of thoroughness in your work. Your self-awareness regarding the challenge of perfectionism is also commendable. Understanding that perfection is subjective and that feedback can be a tool for improvement is crucial for personal and professional growth. Balancing your high standards with the realities of collaboration will serve you well in your career. Now, let's move on to the final question of this round. Can you describe a situation where you had to adapt to a significant change or unexpected challenge? How did you approach the situation, and what was the outcome?
So, definitely, there were multiple challenges that I had to come across, but the most important challenge that I came across was how to deal with people in corporate in my internship, because I am a total fresher and I had no previous experience as to how to do meetings and confirmations online with a company customer. So, in my early days in the internship, I had questions about drafting the email, if it was appropriate, or was I polite enough, or was it sounding rude. So I had to change and adapt quickly, as to people will not be focusing on your tone most of the time, but will be focusing on what your content is. So make it as precise and possible and as crisp as possible, so that your point can be conveyed across in a matter of seconds. And that is how I came overcame the challenge. So definitely the outcome was great. People were greatly appreciative of the type of emails I used to write, which was very content based and to the point, so that people did not have to waste time on reading unnecessary stuff at the beginning of the email. So people were happy with the way I started changing and adapting to the new type of corporate culture.
Thank you for sharing that experience, Srijit. It's impressive to see how you quickly adapted to the corporate environment and learned to focus on clarity and conciseness in your communication. Your ability to recognize the importance of content over tone in professional emails is a valuable insight that many freshers struggle with. The positive feedback you received is a testament to your growth and adaptability, which are essential qualities in any workplace. Now that we have completed this round of questions, I would like to provide you with some feedback. Strengths, you demonstrated strong communication skills throughout the interview, articulating your thoughts clearly and effectively. Your experiences reflect a proactive approach to problem solving and a willingness to learn from challenges. You have a solid understanding of teamwork and leadership dynamics, showcasing your ability to work collaboratively. Areas for improvement, while you have a strong grasp of your strengths, consider developing a more structured approach to discussing your weaknesses. This can help you convey a growth mindset more effectively. Continue to seek opportunities for real-world experience, as this will further enhance your understanding of corporate culture and dynamics. Gap analysis, your academic background is strong, but gaining more practical experience in HR-related roles will help bridge the gap between theory and practice. Recommendations for improvement, consider seeking internships or volunteer opportunities that allow you to apply your HR knowledge in real-world settings. Engage in workshops or online courses focused on communication skills and professional writing to further refine your abilities. Would you like to continue to the next round of questions, or do you have any questions or topics you would like to discuss?
No, thank you. This round was amazing, and I would like to end the interview.
Thank you for your participation, Srijit. I'm glad to hear that you found the session valuable. Your insights and experiences have been impressive, and I appreciate your openness throughout the interview. If you have any further questions or need assistance in the future, please feel free to reach out. Best of luck with your career aspirations, and I wish you all the success in your journey ahead. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Srijit. If you have any more questions or need assistance in the future, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a wonderful day and best of luck with your career journey.